you know, talking about, you were selected to the GB under 20s roster, the initial roster,
Yeah.
and then what's your feelings about sort of GB and where you can fit in with their plans? I mean, this year you didn't play. I'm assuming that would be, why didn't you play this year? Is that because of the Spurs and because of the NBA and stuff, or?
Yeah, you know, in the summer, when they released the rosters, I was a bit disappointed. You know, they had other young players, you know, in the men's national team.
Yeah.
Guys younger than me and a guys a couple of years older than me. You know, they kind of, I don't know, they didn't want to involve me or whatever not. But then they put me in the under-20 program. And when you sent me the interview and I told you, like, I don't know what I'm doing next season, I kind of did, but I was just keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
But then I decided to go to the draft and, you know, play under-20s, you know, GB or you know, try to get into the NBA. So I kind of just put my focus on that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, I wish them the best this summer. I hope they do well. I've got a lot of, like my friend Ashley Hamilton's in there. You know, I wish him the best and a good opportunity to do well. And I hope they do well. I mean, I hope they can get into the Olympics, and when they're there, I hope they do. You know, make England proud. But you know, I've always played for England. You know, under 16, under 18 every single year. I missed 1 year because I had an injury, but apart from that, you know, I've always been there. We've always done well. I've always been a big part of the team I played on. But you know, they're different programs. England and Great Britain, different programs. It's kind of, I've never done anything with GB, and but I've always been, you know, heavily involved with England, and yeah, that's it really.
I mean, you were disappointed to not be named to the men's squad then, right?
Yeah, you know, I felt even though I didn't play, I wasn't playing at the beginning of the season as I was waiting on Will to get his passport. You know, I felt when I did go to Switzerland, and, you know, I did well, and I did real well. I started slow, picked it up and did pretty well, and it's tough, especially going to a team that's already played like 20 games. You know, you don't want to come in there and seem like you're trying to get stats. You know, you got to come in there and just try to, you know, help them win, and just, you know, it's tough to fit in. But it went well. I just thought I deserved, you know, definitely an invite. But even though it's, you know, no hard feelings, and hopefully in the future, and I wish him the best.
A few people have talked about your relationship with Chris Finch, because obviously you were involved with him in Belgium, right, for a period of time. Do you think there's any tension there that would have led to you being overlooked?
I don't think so, because I think, you know, whatever. I mean, what happened to me and Chris Finch last season, I don't think that is. I mean, I think when it comes to playing for GB, I think it's like the best player having a relationship. You know, your relationship is not great. You know, if I have a Great Britain jersey on and I'm playing, I'm going to play, you know, as hard as I can, and I'm going to help the team win. You know what I mean? And I'm sure as a coach, he's going to find the best players he can find.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's it. Really, I don't think relationships and past relationships, they come into account when it comes to, you know, something as big as, you know, as GB.
Does it mean a lot to you to represent your country? Do you think, like, in the future, you know, when you do become a legitimate NBA player, that's still something you're going to make a priority, like Lual does?
Yeah, I definitely would do. I definitely would. Like, I feel, you know, as British born and growing up in England, man, like, every time I play for England, like, you know, I play well, and you know, we win a lot, you know, and it's crazy, man. To play for your country, it's like, there's nothing better, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd rather play for my country, you know, rather than play in the NBA, to be honest with you. You know, so.
Yeah. It's big.
Oh, it's huge. Like, you know, a lot of players, they do it, like, you know, when they complain and stuff, and they're like, England bullshit, like that you have to pay to play for your country, and you know, the food and stuff. Like, I'm just like, shut up and play, man. You play for your country. Like, 12 guys here, and there's like however many like ballers back in England trying to get on the team. You know, so
yeah.
I went to every camp I could go to. You know, I went hard every practice. You know, I mean, you can't ask Andre now, but you know, like Simon Fisher or whoever. Every practice I went hard. I made sure, you know, like, I dominate the other player on the team. You know, I try to make them better. Never down to players, always cool. Like,
Yeah.
just wanted to do every camp I could ever go to, or every time I played for England, I went hard. So it's huge.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So just wait and see. And with the Spurs, you haven't actually physically signed a contract or anything yet, have you?
No, I haven't signed. Basically, they're putting me up, pay for the surgery. They got interns helping me out, and they're just being great. It's like unheard of. They're doing, them being amazing. I appreciate it. Like crazy. Just got to work with me these past 6 months. To get me stronger and get me healthy, and to solve this shoulder issue that I had before. So yeah. But no, I haven't physically signed with them. No.
Okay, that would kind of depend on how the next year and whatever else goes.
Yeah, I mean they have my drive rights, and I'm confident in myself and my abilities. Once I get back in shape, because getting in shape and game shape's a different story.
Yeah.
Once I get back in game shape, I do well in the D League, and I'm sure things will go well next year. And my goal is to get a call up, hopefully during the end of the season, or be one of the add-ons to the playoffs. They had 2 extra players every year.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're my goals right now. And,
okay. Sounds good, and you're confident of achieving them.
Yeah, definitely. I feel, especially seeing all these guys that got drafted, this year, and I worked out against a bunch of guys. A lot of guys, some guys 3 or 4 times. So I feel real confident that once I get back healthy, hopefully it can go right.
Yeah. Wow. But everything's going well, yeah.
Yeah, it's going real good, man.
You're pleased with everything? You're happy?
I'm pleased. Yeah, I'm pleased I got the surgery done. It was annoying. I was ready to play and just show him I could play, but like I said, it could have. The chances of coming out were pretty high again. So just to get it, secure and kind of, sturdy and fixed now. And it's like this is the best place to be if you're rehabbing, in the NBA. Like they give you the right stuff to eat. They feed you every day. They work you out every day, trainers. So I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna come back stronger. And once I get this sling off next month, I can start doing abs and runs up hills and stuff like that and everything. So
yeah. You ready to dunk on some people?
Yeah, I'm ready to get some highlights, man.
What do you think is the best dunk of your career?
My best on my career is like practices and stuff, like in Gran Canaria.
In Gran Canaria.
I was waiting for it. He was in practices. Where I kind of like jab step, like crossed over, like God. Went one dribble, took off with my right hand.
Yeah.
He hit me. I switched to my left. That's all my best dunk. Like my dunks aren't really like guys I'll be seeing like on your website and stuff. Mine are more sneaky kind of thing. Like, yeah, I'm not about to get my head above the rim and like sit on someone.
Yeah.
But I will get you though.
I will get you. What would you say? What would you say the highlight of your career so far? Would you say it's getting drafted?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it, man. Getting drafted. Like I've had as I was younger, I had a lot of tournaments, smashing champions and stuff like that. That was cool, but definitely getting drafted.
Yeah. And what was it? So when you was in England, right? You played for Kent Crusaders, yeah?
Yeah, I played football like when I was like 5 till I was like 12. Like it was my main thing. Like I wanted to be in the Premiership so bad.
Yeah.
And then my brother came over from Jamaica when I was like, he was 17, so I was 10. I was 10. And he, like, for 2 years solid, like, come let's play basketball, like, you're big, like, because I was heavy.
Yeah.
Play, you got to play, man, you can be nice. I was like, no, like, it's football, it's all about football. So I was like 13, like, and one was huge then, like, that's when,
yeah,
street ball. And even, like, street ball in England and stuff. And I was, like, amazed by it. I was like, what the hell? I was trying to do all the moves and stuff.
Yeah.
My first pair of shoes were and one, everything. And then, and he was into and one big as well. And then I started going to like, I went to Brighton with him a couple of times. We had a court in Ramsgate where we kind of grew up together, and there's Kempton Court. And then I just started like, I just fell in love with it and stuff. And then I started playing. I remember I used to wear like the Umbro socks. I used to wear my PE kit and I had like plimsolls, and I'd be out there like trying to dunk and stuff. And
yeah.
I was the most unathletic 13-year-old ever. And then I started getting, then I got with Crusaders for like 2 years when I was 13 and 14. And then when I was 14, I played like Division 3.
What sort of numbers were you putting up then?
In Crusaders?
Yeah.
Men's or like under 18s and stuff?
Both.
I think it was a game I didn't have like in the under 16. But I wasn't in the Premier, I was in the other one, you know, the one above it.
Yeah.
And the men's, I was putting up like 5 and 5. But I remember I would train, straight after school, I'd go down to Crusaders. I trained Thursday twice a day, then Tuesday twice a day, like with under 18, under 16, and the men's. And then on the weekends, Saturday, home games, I would play with like the under 16s, and then straight after, I would go with the men's team. Yeah. And then that was my coach, Jesse Cezanne. He did really well with me. Like, he helped me a lot, and the guys on the team helped me a lot too. And,
yeah.
That's when scouts started to come watch me play in Canterbury.
What did you have any, like, you know, there's a lot of guys now that are playing in the States or whatever that had some stupidly big games when they were in England. Like, I think Justin dropped like 73 in a game before. Did you have any stupid games like that?
I mean, I've had games up at like 40, 50 and stuff, and like however many rebounds and blocks. Like, I used to be out there like, I think the coach, I think even Nick Reed was my coach. He was just like, shoot everything. But the thing is, it was never in London, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was never like in the Premier, it was never in the Final Four. It was like, I think the furthest place we went to play was probably like, I don't know, Bristol.
Yeah.
That area, so we never went anywhere big.
It never become kind of an urban legend.
No, you know.
Yeah. What would you say is the best game of your career so far up to this point?
Oh, my game, I played in Spain. I played against Umelka. I think I was 9 for 9 from the 3. I was like 15 for like 22 on the field, and then I was like 0 for 2 from the free throw. Like, I was just going off. I think I had like 50 something. That was like my best game.
Really? Do you, like, how much are you in touch with like young sort of British players coming through?
Yeah, the players in Kent, you know, I treat them like, I help them as much as I can, players in Kent, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm from. You know, people in England, I remember, you know, they're always saying players in Kent are soft and they ain't good or whatever.
Yeah.
I spoke to Miles and Robert about their schools, and, you know, just because you go to a prep school doesn't mean, you know, you're going to get better. So, really trying to find him a good school. There's a lot of young players in Kent.
Yeah.
There's an academy down there, which Jesse runs an academy.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of young, like, they've got some talent, like, to be really good. So, trying to help them, because, like you said, there's nothing for people, isn't it?
What do you feel about, like, if I was to say to you, you know, the future of British basketball, like the state of the UK scene? I mean, do you feel good about it going into the future with the amount of young talent that we've got coming through?
I think it's like all of that talent is great, but you need the facilities and the money and the structure for them to be good.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of players, it's tough to leave home at a young age and do it. Some people can do it, some people can't do it. And I just think they need people, whether it's an academy or they need to step up the league or something for these players to, you know, come through and do good things. And they need to go to the right colleges and the right prep schools. So, but I definitely think it's bright.
Yeah.
They can get on top of that, and I'm gonna do all I can on my part with other players as well to help other young players definitely to make it. This is Ryan Richards, and you're listening to Hoopsfix.com.